Hey viewers, welcome back to our channel. Hope you're doing extremely well. So today we are going to discuss another interesting question on the topic of stack. It is nothing but stock span. Okay, so this question that we discussed today is based on the same concept that we discussed on the previous video. That is nothing but next greater element to the right. If you guys haven't watched that video, then please go and watch that video. The link of that video is in the description box. Just because if you don't watch that video and directly watch this video, there may be possibility that some of your intuition and the concept means you don't get some of the intuition concept. Means we are going to use everything same that we discussed in the previous video. And if you guys are following our series, then why do waste time? Let's try to directly jump onto the question. Okay, so the question is stock span. Okay, so the first thing is that what is a stock span? I'm assuming the share price. Okay, I'm assuming that today's share price is nothing but X. So the stock span in this question, what we need to tell is that the stock span is nothing but a difference between the number of days. Uh, it is nothing but a difference of the days from that day where the stock price is nothing but greater than this X to the current day. There may be possibility you don't get what I said right now. So let's try to understand with an example. So I'm assuming that today's stock price, I'm graphically representing each day's stock price. Okay, so today was represented like this, but the next day the stock price get increased, the third day stock price again get decreased, then it get reduced. Okay, again it get increased, then it get reduced, then it get increased, again increase, then it will become highest. Okay, now after that it will reduced, now again reduce, then again increase, then again then again increase, then again increase. Okay, and again reduce, because we all know that the stock market is unpredictable, it is uncertain. If today's stock price is increasing, then there may be possibility that tomorrow it get decreased. Okay, so these are the stock prices with the graphical representation of the stock price of some days. Okay, so what is the stock span? So here you can see that the stock span of this day is nothing but one. Why? Just because on the left hand side there is no day on which the stock price is greater than this stock price. Okay, so let's move forward, you will get it what it means. Okay, we move to the second day. Okay, this is the second day. Is there any day that lies on the left hand side on which the stock price is greater than the second day stock price? You will say that no, on the left hand side there is only one day whose stock price is actually less than this. So here also, so that means its stock price, its stock span is nothing but 2. Why 2? Just because it lies on the second position, means it is a second day. Similarly, moving to the third, it is, its answer is 3. Why? Just because there doesn't exist any of the day whose stock price is greater than the third day stock price. We move forward, we reach to this fourth day. So I will ask the same question from you. Is there any day on the left hand side whose where the stock price of this uh, on which the stock price is greater than the current day? You will say yes, there are actually one day, that is this day, where the stock price of the where the stock price of that day is greater than the current day. So what is stock span? Stock span means its stock span will be 1. Why its stock span will be 1? Because the difference of that day on which the the stock price is greater than the current day is nothing. The difference of both the days is nothing but 1. We move forward. Okay, yeah, here we move forward. Actually it was greater than this day. So here we move forward again. I will ask the same question. Is there any day that exists on the left hand side whose stock price is actually greater than the current day price? So you will see that yes, there is one day on the left hand side that is nothing but this day, and the difference between that day and the current day is nothing but 2, just because it is the fifth day and that day was the third day. Okay, so let's complete this for all the values. Its value is 1 because it was the smallest, the price on that day is the smallest. Its value is 2, its value is 3, its value is 9. Why its value is 9? Because there is no day that exists on the left hand side which value is greater than the greater than okay, greater than this value. Okay, so its value is 1 because there exists only there exists a day which is just one day before that day. There exists one just because there exists one day on which the stock price was greater than that day. That was this one. There was 2 just because this day the stock price was greater than the current day. Similarly here 3, here 5, and here 1. I hope you get it what we need to do in this question. So it's my humble request that you please pause this video right now. Try to solve this question by yourself and then was a solution part. Okay. So let's move on to the solution. So what will be my approach to solve this question, and what is the illusion behind this question is that it is theme we discussed in the previous question. In the previous question we discussed the next greater element to the right, but this time we will do, we are going to change a little bit. This time we are going to find the next greater element of the left, because this question is whole dependent on this concept. Okay, so let's try to find it. So for that let me write some values here. Okay, what will be, okay, what will be values? Okay, the first thing is that let me write the index of each and every day. So it is 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. And also let me assign some name to each day. It is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, A, L, M, N, O. Now in the previous question, during finding the next data element to the right, we were storing the values in the stack, but this time we store something different in the stack. Now what we'll store, we'll store the indexes of in each element into the stack. Why we are storing the index? Just because this time the stock price doesn't matter for us. Okay, at that time the stock price will matter for us, means at that time the values of the array will matter for us, but this time the only thing matter for us is the index. Just because here in the answer array we just need to print the difference of the days, that is nothing but difference of the indexes. Okay, so what we'll do, we just create a stack. Let me create a stack. At first what we'll do for this element, that is for this a element, there is an I'm assuming this is an answer array. For a the stock span will be 1 because for this a there will be no there will be no element which lies on the left hand side that is greater than this a, and I'm going to push its index into the stack, that is I pushed 0 into the stack. So now we reach to this b. Okay, now what we need to do do now, our stack will remain same just like the next greater element to the right. Okay, means the moment whenever we access any of the element from the array, we compare it with the top of stack. But here this time at the top of within the stack we are not storing the values, we are storing the indexes. So what we'll do, we compare that value of the day, means value from the array, with the value from the array of that index which is stored in the stack. Means we compare we compare that value from the array with the value from the array of that index which is stored in the stack. Okay, I hope you get it. Means we compare with b with the index with the 0th index value in from the array. We compare with b with the a. We come to know that b is greater than a, means the value of the top of stack is smaller than the value of value from an array. So what we'll do, our steps will remain same. I'm saying it again and again just because here we'll do the same. We just pop that element from the stack, we add correct value to our stack to our answer array. But now this time what will be our current value? Current value is nothing but the day on which we are working on. The day is nothing but the second day. So here our stock span will become 2 for this. The b day, the stock span for b day will be nothing but 2. Okay, and at last we need to add the index of that current executing day, that is nothing but we add 1 to our stack. We move forward, we reach to the c. Okay, I'm saying a c day. Okay, because I have named it as c. Okay, so what we'll do again, we'll perform the same. We compare it with the top of a stack day. Top of stack day means the day whose index is stored in our stack. Means we compare C with a B. We come to know that C is greater than B. Means the top of stack is smaller. We popped it from the stack. So let me remove it from the stack. Okay, let me remove it from this stack. So the moment the value get removed from the stack, the moment the value get removed from the stack, now the next step is adding correct value to our stack. What is the correct value for this stack? The correct value is nothing but the day on which it is on which we are working. So we are working on a C day. C day means the third day. You might be thinking that here I have written 0 1 2 3 4, but I am writing 1 2 3. Why I am doing this? Just because here I have written the indexes. We know that the array start from the 0th element, but according to the question, the 0 day, that is the A day, is nothing but the first day. B day is nothing but a second day. Okay, I hope you get it. In short, I can say that each day is nothing but an index plus 1 day. Okay, so let's continue and move forward. Before moving forward, we need to add not C, 2 to our stack. Means the value of the index of the C day. Okay, so our iterator move forward. We reach to the D. We check whether the D value is greater than D value is greater than top of stack or not. Day value is greater than top of stack or not. Here I come to know that yes, the value is greater than top of stack. Okay, why it is greater than top of stack? Because at the top of stack the index is stored as 2, and that is nothing but a C day. So here I'm comparing C day and D day. So C day is greater than a D day, a C is greater than D. So I can say that this time my top of stack, I will not pop from the top of stack, but I will add the difference between both of them. So this time my stock span will become 1. Why it will become 1? Because I will subtract 3 minus 2. Okay, I'll subtract the current day minus the top of stack. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, before moving forward, I just forget our important step, that is adding the current executing element to the step. So we add 3 as usual. We reach to this 4. We compare it with the top of stack. We compare E with the D. We come to know that D is smaller. We just popped it from the stack. Okay, I hope you get it why I'm popping it. We just popped it from the stack. Okay, yeah, I have popped D from the stack. Now the top of stack is nothing but 2, which is nothing but the index of the C day, and C day is greater than E, so the stock span will become 2 for this E day. We move forward. We reach to this F. Sorry, okay, before moving forward, we need to add the index of the E day. That is, we add 4 to our stack. We move forward. We compare it with the F. Means iterator move forward. It reaches to F. It checks that whether the F day means okay, whether this F day is greater than top of stack or not. So F is greater than E day or not. So obviously E is greater than F. Okay, so here we get 1. We get 1. We add 5 to our stack. We move forward. We reach to this 6. We reach to the G day. Here it is G. We reach to this G day. Now we again check whether the top of stack is greater than this G day or not. Obviously F day is not greater than the value of the F day is not greater than the G day. So what we'll do, as usual, we pop it from the stack. Now again we compare it with the top of stack. Now the top of stack is pointing to the E, but we know G is smaller than E, means E is greater than G. So now our value will again become 2 here. Okay, I hope you get it how it become 2. Now I need to put 6 into my stack. Okay, we reach forward. For the H day, the value will become 3. Now let's try to understand. Now let's try to understand the value for the I day. Okay, so the moment I reach to the I day, I perform the same steps again. I compare it with the top of stack, means the day or whose index is stored in the top of stack, that is 6. That is the G day. Whether the G day is greater than the I day or not. No, G day is smaller. So let's pop it from the stack. So we popped it from the stack. Okay, Again, I compared it with top of stack 4, that is E, whether the E day is greater than the I day or not. No, E day is smaller than the I day. So let's pop it from the stack. Okay. Again, the top of stack is 2. We again compare it with the I day, whether the C day is greater than the I day. No, it is smaller than the stack. So we popped it. Okay. So here the value will become 9 because I already told you the value at the current executing day is nothing but the index plus 1 if the stack size is 0. Okay, I hope you get it, and how we reach this point. Let me continue. Now we add this 9, sorry, we add its index, that is nothing but 8, into our stack. We move forward, we reach to this 9. Okay, we reach to the 9 day, that is the J day. We compare it with the I day, whether J is greater than I or not. Sorry, whether J is greater than top of stack or not. Here I come to know top of stack is greater. So I push this 9 here. I add the stock span as 1, just because the difference between the greater day and the current day is nothing but 1. Means I day is greater than the J day. That's why the difference between both of them is 1. Similarly, we move forward. We reach to this K. We reach to this K that we reach to the 10, that is the K day. We again compare K with the top of stack, that is with the J. And here I come to know that K is smaller than the top of stack, that is K is smaller than the J day. So here also my stock span will become 1, and I push that value into my stack. Okay, now again I reach forward. I reach to the L day. L day nothing but the 11th index of an array. Okay, here the steps will remain same. I compared it with top of stack. Here I come to know that K is smaller, so I popped it from the stack. Okay, after popping K, I compared it with top of stack, but now the top of stack is J, and J is greater, so its top of stack will become 2. Okay, and let me push L value. L value is nothing but 11 to my 11th to my stack. So our iterator is here. It reaches to this am. We work on the am. We compare am at day value with the top of stack, that is the 11. That is, we compare am value with the L value. M day with the L day, we come to know that L is smaller. Pop it from the stack. As simple as that. Pop it from the stack. We move forward. Again, we compare it with top of stack, that is nothing but J day. But this time J day is greater than am day. So this time stock span will become 3, and value of am day gets stored into the stack. We move forward. We reach to the 13. This time all the values from the stack get popped out. Okay, all this value from the stack get popped out, and not all the values, because the top there is value, that is 8, is also in the stack. All the values between this I day and the end day get popped out. I hope you know, because till now I have explained everything, that how we are working. Okay, so all the values between I and the end day get popped out, and if I find out the stock span will be nothing but the 5. That is the difference between the I day and the end day. Again, we push 13 into the stack, the index of that day. We move forward. We reach to this O day, and we compare O with the top of stack, that is the 13th day, and we get 1 as our stock span. I hope you get it, what we have done till now. Okay, so before moving to the code, I just want to say that it's my request you go and try to dry run this problem by yourself. Okay, so without wasting time, let's try to write the code on the editor on the Pepcoding portal. Okay, so this is your Pepcoding portal. Let's write code here. Okay, so we need to write the code into the solve function. Okay, so what we'll do, at first we create an array, in the Python we create the list. So by what this list will store nothing but our answer. Okay, so let me create the list, a equals to, now again let me create another list which act as a stack. Okay, now let me append stack.append some values to my stack. What will be first value? First value will be nothing but the index of the 0th element, that is the 0. Similarly, for that element, let me add some value to my answer, and it will be nothing but 1, because we know that the 0th element stock span is nothing but 1. Now let me iterate over the array for I in range 1 to length of break, length of pric. Okay, that is I am iterating over the provided array, but I need to maintain some of the condition. What are these conditions? The condition is nothing but popping some element from the stack, and when I pop element, I will pop elements only when my currently executing element is greater than the top of stack. Okay, so while stack dot length of stack, actually length of st stack is greater than 0, and price pric, price of stack minus 1, stack minus 1 is less than equals to price price I. Okay, if this is a condition, what I'll do nothing but stack dot pop. Now otherwise I need to check if not stack, if my stack become empty. If my stack become empty, I need to append the index of my current, means I need to add my current day as a stock span. Current day is nothing but the index plus 1, else I need to append the difference between the largest day and the current day, that is a dot append I minus stack I minus 1, stack I minus 1. Okay, and at last I'll just need to return my answer array. Okay, so this is the code. Let's try to run it, and if we encounter some error, we will resolve it. Yeah, okay, we getting wrong answer. Let's try to understand why we are getting wrong answer. Okay, I mistakenly written here I minus 1. It is nothing but I minus stack minus 1, because I need to access the top element. Okay, one more thing, like the most important step we forget here is, we know that our question is divided into 4 steps: getting the element from an array, comparing it with the top of stack, based on the comparison perform something, and the last thing is adding the currently executing element into the stack, and we have not added that element to the stack. We need to add it. Okay, stack dot append I, we just forget it. Okay, so let's again try to run, and this time our answer get accepted. Okay, this was a small mistake, which means I just forget to add this line. Okay, so let's try to submit it for all the test cases. Okay. So that's all for this video. If you like this content, means whatever I've explained in this video, it is nothing but the whole concept which we discussed in the previous video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it with your friends. And the errors which we encountered here is nothing but a small mistake. Okay, encountering the error is a part of programming. It is nothing new. Okay, so let's meet in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.